I remember Mike saying, I really like the word prehab. And I was like, prehab's a cool word. We can just be the prehab guys.
How do we meet? I feel like that's always one of the first questions that we get. So 3 of us all met in grad school. We all went to USC, University of Southern California, not the other one on the East Coast, for our doctoral program. It's a 3-year program. All went to different undergrads. Met the first year, became good friends, and then we started the business our second year in the basement of USC. So for anyone that's been a USC student, there's a basement down at the bottom. We started it down there over winter break, came up with the concept of it, and then just have kind of ran with it ever since.
Yeah, small basement. Posted every single day since then. One day we made a commitment, and there were plenty of weeks that we had no additional time, and we were like, well, let's stay true to this mission. We're gonna create content every single day, and we stuck to that, and it's been almost 6 years now. Just crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, that seems like a long time.
I know. Dude, the videos will pop up that look like babies.
I know.
I want to take them down there on YouTube somewhere. Someone sent me one there.
Rosh looks way more jacked when his face looks way more younger.
I have my face like younger, yeah, without the beard. And you just started.
Mike hasn't aged.
No,
Mike looks the same.
I got you.
6 years later, still exactly the same. No one can tell.
No, I'm just hiding my face.
No, you aged this last year with the beard. That's what changed the game.
Well, it's all because that one time that you guys helped me move, Jackie broke my shaver. That's how it all started.
You're blaming Jackie?
I mean, that's what
Jackie,
eventually
you hear
that's
that?
what involved.
Yeah.
That is how I started growing a beard. Then Al suggested, "Hey, look, the beard looks good. Bring it back," because I did shave it that one time.
So you did it for Al, not for Jackie.
Jackie likes the beard. It tapped
For
into
both of them.
Jackie liking the beard. And she said, "Oh, this works. Keep it."
What does the audience think? Do you like the beard?
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram was the first platform that we started on.
And it started with 15-second videos.
15-second videos.
Right.
And we had to hustle. And it was like, all right, you have 15 seconds to film this.
No carousel, no thumbnail,
No character either.
no stories, massive character limits.
Lots of hashtags.
Lots of hashtags.
Lots of hashtags. Poor audio and video quality.
No audio, almost. We put music over our posts. Before music was disallowed on Instagram, and
Correct.
you couldn't do music.
Correct.
We had music over every post. Remember that?
Yeah, like EDM.
Always.
Yeah.
You
That
have
was
to get
always like
people fired up a little bit.
whatever hype video we came out with when we launched our website.
Yes.
Then we launched the video library. It was like, all right, what's a hot trending video?
And this was
Song
years
that just came out.
after maybe
This
a
was-
year and the end of 2017 was the website.
We were at your mom's place.
Yeah,
in
so
Orange County.
it was almost 2 years after we started.
Yeah, because we did all that filming down in Orange County at that one spot.
Moving
and then
first.
Moving first. And then we stayed at Arash's place. And then we launched the website. And your mom was catering for us. I remember.
Yeah.
That allowed us to do the work we needed to launch the website. It's a lot of work.
A lot of changes since then.
A lot has changed. A lot has changed. But yeah, so after the Instagram, it was pretty much Facebook, other social platforms, and then a while after that, did we realize this is something that people are actually interested in. Let's try to turn this into a bit of a business. Started the website, and then just created blogs from the website, right? Like a lot of the blogs that you had in your past. Because Mike started with, what was the movement?
Human performance therapy.
Human performance therapy. Yeah.
First website.
The actual photo of Mike running on the running program is
That is
was Mike's
you're right.
website
We may
photo.
need to upgrade that.
Yeah.
The UCLA t-shirt.
Yeah, I was probably like 24.
Mike looks like a runner.
I had my dad
You
take
tricked
photos.
everybody.
I remember that. in
I was
Sacramento.
thinking about it the other day, though, like, when did we decide to start the YouTube channel? I think it was your idea to just like, hey, we should put all of our videos that we have on Instagram on YouTube. Or it was related to when we started writing the blogs.
What's YouTube episode 1?
There was no like episode. It was just
It was
like
just repost.
Post it onto YouTube and see what people like, right? And
Yeah.
it'd be the same content that we
right,
film
you're
on
right.
Instagram.
And what's funny is those are the videos that have hundreds of
Some of
thousands of views.
First to market advantage.
It's all that.
You guys have like 5 videos that are reposted, 3 or 4 videos that are reposted, but then like there's a 5th video where you guys intentionally made it for YouTube because I saw it. It's like the 3 of you guys talking to the camera. We'll upload it.
I
Right
know.
now.
You're
I know what you're talking
the-
about.
the-
The interview
the-
down
the-
in the basement.
The
We'll
Facebook
upload it
Live,
now.
right?
Yeah.
This is our second interview. The only other interview we have is a Facebook Live from the basement.
That we
We were in grad
downloaded.
school and we downloaded it and
But-
posted it to YouTube.
But Al also said that if you Google us, there's an interview of you two guys at a CSM.
There's like 2 other interviews.
We did an
Oh,
interview at
PT grad?
CSM.
Yeah,
And that one always pops up, he says.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a high polished
Were
one.
You guys didn't talk too much about Prehab in that one. You guys kind of talked about
Business?
You guys talked about business and like your studies.
Whatever.
Were we still?
I don't know.
We were out of
That
school
was,
at that
no,
point.
that was 3rd year of school, I think, right?
I think we were students. I'm pretty sure we were
I think we were
students.
students. I think we were
at
3rd year
CSM.
PT students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've been out of school longer than we were in school, which is
Which
crazy
is-
to think.
It's crazy to think
Very, very
of.
crazy.
Yeah.
When you guys, I think the audience is kind of curious. Like, when did you guys realize, or what was that moment where you're like, this is kind of going somewhere?
Coachella.
Let's turn.
That was when we hit
Tell me that story.
That was when we hit 10K.
Oh,
I
that,
think.
okay. I was thinking 10K. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was Coachella.
Was that
That was
100K or 10K?
No, it was
10.
10K.
It was
10K.
very small. We were excited about 10K.
Yeah.
10K. Which one is it?
We didn't tell anyone about the profile, including our classmates, for the longest time. It was like secret. It was secretive.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until we hit 10K that we said, okay, I think we're able to help people, and people actually are receptive to this information.
But people knew because
Yeah.
we started it. And if you have friends that create the new profile, it's like you become suggested to add them as a friend. And I remember Lindsay from our class come up and she was like, what the hell is this Prehab guys thing? And then someone else asked. And then there was chatter. And I was like, okay, we're being judged, but we're gonna put our head down and we're gonna keep doing this. And we stuck through it. And then I remember like we got in trouble because USC emailed us because we took a photo in front of the USC logo of like USC Department of Biokinesiology and Physical Therapy. And they emailed us and said, take it down because we can't be affiliated with you, like liability stuff. And I remember asking Jared Vagey, I was hanging out with yesterday, like, hey, what should we do? Are we safe? And he's like, you're good, man. Just take down the photo and keep doing it. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what year was the 100K?
That's a good question.
How many followers did we have when we graduated?
I have no idea.
10K, I remember because we were at an event.
What about
100K
Big
was
Bear?
just the
So we were
normal-
at Coachella?
Yeah.
Were we
I
on the
remember
field? On the fields, or we were in like?
Oh, I don't know the exact
we celebrated
timing,
it there.
but
I think
that
it was
weekend we
before
did it.
we saw. It was You need
Diplo
somebody to
was the
lean on.
headliner on the second.
No,
I remember
who was the
second
best
night.
group that we saw? Needs somebody to lean on.
Oh, Laser.
Major
Major
Lazer.
Lazer.
Yeah.
Oh, Major Lazer.
Right
No,
before
it's
that.
not.
No, because we were grabbing food in
Yeah.
the
From
middle of the
Major Lazer.
day. We had the post ready.
Yeah.
That
We
was
kept-
summer of
We kept
2016.
refreshing and checking.
Oh.
There's no and the service is bad there.
Yeah.
Terrible
And that was
service.
summer 2016.
2016.
Yeah. Or spring.
10K.
It was April, right? So like, yeah, April or May.
And I remember we hit a big milestone when we were in Big Bear that one time.
That was like 300 or 400K.
Gotcha. Yeah, 300 or maybe 500.
500 maybe. Yeah.
And now we're at 850.
Almost.
Almost 850.
Gotta hit that
crazy.
now.
When's the 1 mil?
Thought that was gonna be a year ago. I don't know.
If we
Hopefully this goes viral.
do our projections, we do projections.
Help us out.
Yeah, I can see where you at. Maybe next year.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
By January 2023.
Oh,
January 2023. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's probably talk a little bit about how you guys got from the Coachella days to now to this office. Share us a little bit more about the office and where you guys are at now.
So the office has officially turned 1 year old.
As of today, of this filming.
Yeah.
What day is it,
Exciting.
guys?
October.
Wednesday, October 20th.
Yeah. So we all graduated. We all worked for other clinics full time, and then slowly we were always doing prehab on the side, weekends, after work, before work, lunch, and then we slowly shifted from 4 days in the working for someone else to 1 day a week for us. We all had good bosses, I think, that and managers that understood that we were very dedicated to something outside of here, and that was also going to help the profession that allowed us to do that. I'm very thankful. I'm sure you guys are too. And then at one point, when COVID hit March 2022, I got furloughed. I think
2020.
2020.
Not
Like, it's in the
2022.
future. Wait, what's happening
Yeah.
next year?
We're not
Why are you
getting
telling
on
me?
COVID's coming back.
God.
And we're like,
Knock on
shoot,
wood.
Yeah, right.
someone else, one of you guys also, like, we're not at work, or like hours are reduced, or something.
Friggin'
like
Arash
that.
is in Bali.
I was
Oh
out of
yeah,
town.
you were in Bali.
I was out of town.
Yeah,
I made it back though.
yeah.
And then I'm texting Mike because I'm putting equipment in my car because we knew that we had to film a bunch of content because we had to come up with something for people at home. And then as I'm putting equipment in my car, you get this general announcement from Los Angeles County, like, stay at home is going into effect tonight at 6 p.m. And I'm texting Mike and I'm texting my wife, like, dude, should I just like pack clothes to sleep over? Like,
Oh, yeah,
am I
I
gonna
remember
get
that.
pulled over and they're gonna arrest me if I'm driving on the streets? Yeah, that was a weird time.
So we turned that into an opportunity, pretty much,
Yeah.
to look into going fully online. And then what was it? That was March. From there, we just filmed content at Show Up. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah.
Filmed a ton of content there. And then what was that? March until October. It's 7 months later. We ended up finding this spot. We were looking for a couple months before that.
We started seriously looking in probably June,
Yeah.
July.
Yeah.
Couple months.
'Cause it was hard. I mean, we were all working from home. We were going kind of crazy at home. And whenever we would get together, because it all started working full time for someone else. All right, let's connect Monday afternoons. And I remember just being at Arash's till like 9:30, waiting in the traffic because I'd be like, I need this thing. And then 2 days a week. And then, all right, 1 or 2 days during the week and a weekend. And then it just got to the point that we needed the space.
Yeah.
And then we found one. Found a great one.
We were patient, and that was the exact opposite time of what everyone else was doing. Everyone was trying to work from home. No one wanted to get into commercial real estate. So places were popping up left and right. We were patient, and then here we are today.
We came back to this one. Remember, we saw it
Yeah,
initially.
that's
we were
right.
Like,
It was one of the first.
A little bit out of our budget.
Yeah.
But it is gorgeous and beautiful. And everything else we saw just did not check the boxes like this place. So, yeah. Took it and have run with it ever since. And it's been amazing. We're able to produce content anytime, see patients whenever we want. We're actually working together for the first time. Everything's been remote meetings for us, or once a week go to someone's house and spend 6 hours there at someone's dining room table.
Right.
And it's such a different workflow now.
Basically lived in Mike's apartment part time.
Pretty much.
And that's why
Every week.
on the kettlebell we got 20 for when we got this office versus up top versus 16 for when
We started.
Prehab guys started.
2016, 2020.
What's going to be 2024?
Something big.
That's true.
Something big happening next year.
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, what's happening in 2022? March 2022.
Can't announce all of it yet.
Yeah.
Something's happening early spring next year, 2022. We're going to be able to provide education and guidance and your rehab from the comforts of your home. And that's always been our mission, to be able to deliver that, and we're going to take it to the next level.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. It's exciting stuff. We've been working on this for
Over a year, well over a year.
a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, before COVID.
But even before COVID, they had the ideas and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike tried presenting on it, and I fell asleep.
This is a
that.
true story.
I have like a 2-hour slide deck.
I have 275 slides to go through, guys. And I said, we're not going to read this. Like, you
Just
need to
present it to me, and then you fell asleep.
You did say you were listening.
I didn't get any questions wrong.
He agreed with you. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Those were long days. We would meet starting at 7 sometimes,
In the morning. Yeah.
just to make it a full day, because we'd only have one day a week to meet.
Well,
And
you
would
would
jam.
You would get there at 7.
What time would you get there?
I wanted to avoid traffic, so I'd even get there
Oh,
earlier.
Yeah, like 10. Yeah.
I'd ask Mike, like, how early are you getting there?
What's the earliest I can be there?
And I'd be waiting, and then I'd see him walk out, and he's walking the dog, and I'm like, okay, I can go in soon.
There's a lot of videos filmed there.
Where?
In my old place.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's at least a couple. I don't want to say a lot, but there's definitely videos I can remember being filmed there.
The weight distribution. I mean,
Weight
I have to like
distribution
move your
one.
whole dining room table, and
Yeah.
is this a good backdrop? Do we want to pull out the camera?
Yeah.
Oh man, remember when all the camera equipment got stolen?
Yeah. It's fucking sucked.
We relied on that. Yeah, I think, but it only impacted us for maybe one film session, I think, right? We got it pretty quick.
We got it pretty quick. It was on Amazon.
I wonder what happened to all that film equipment.
Someone, dude, there's a lot of good footage on that. There were 2 discs in that camera with like library footage, Prehab at home footage.
Whoever you are,
Yeah,
I'm
they
still
have it.
gonna find you.
And we had to refilm all those videos. I remember. That sucked.
Yeah, that's LA.
They took the film equipment and then all the gym equipment that was in my car.
And then you finally got a video of how the person was stealing and sneaking
Yeah.
into your building.
Yeah, it snuck. There's literally like an 8-inch gap above my garage door.
Or ninja.
And they climbed the door and then just slid in. It was my fault the car wasn't locked, because he went to every car, and mine was the only one that was unlocked, so he went into it and took everything out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're parked in the garage, like you think it's safe.
Not in LA.
Yeah.
Nowhere is safe.
Not in LA.
Can't leave the camera equipment in the car.
I know. I learned quickly.
You learned.
I learned.
That was an unspoken rule. The rule was broken. It's okay. The camera, we ended up with better cameras anyway. So
Yeah, good times.
So what a bit more about like working here at the office, now that you guys have the office for about 1 year. What's like a typical day for the viewers here at the office? Because I know we have like a late team, but we also have a remote team. So could you kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, what's the best part about working here? Every day is very different than the previous day, which is going to be very different than the following day. There could be a day where we're busy filming content all day, and then the following day we're doing meetings, and then the following day we're doing patient care. And it could be a mix of all 3 of those in one day. And you just don't know what the next day is going to present, which is kind of cool because it keeps you on your toes, and it keeps us very busy to say the least. But it's cool because we make our business work with so many people being remote from all over the place, and less than half of the team is here with us. And there's people that we still haven't even met in person yet, which we will meet them soon. But yeah, every day is so different, which is cool, because if we want to film something, we walk downstairs, we film something. If we want to have someone come in and treat them, just tell them come down, and we'll work on you later today. And it gives us a lot of flexibility.
I've never been so lax on cancellations. I'm like, sure, I'm already at my
Yeah.
office.
I'm already here.
I'm actually kind of okay. I need that time for something else. Sure, don't need to charge you. Just book later on in the week.
Yeah.
Totally fine with me.
Yeah. No
that
problem.
is the best part.
Yeah. That's very true.
Because there was a time we were all traveling to people, and then cancellation. Traveling was the worst.
Oh.
You waste so much time. You spend so much time. Then someone cancels, it's not there. You're like,
There's
I
not
just drove
picking
all
up.
the way out to Santa Monica and not ready to go. Like, what? Yeah.
You're just waiting outside the house, like, all right, well, I'm really hoping you open the door. That's like an hour commitment.
Yeah.
Just in commuting.
Yeah, the days here can be chaotic. They can be stressful. Like, I'm afraid to check my phone after this and see how many Slacks there are. That's how I felt last night. Just get Slack attacked. But it's good. I wouldn't want to do it any differently. I wouldn't see myself doing anything differently.
You want some more Slacks?
No, this week my head has been spinning. It's like it's out of control. But it's good.
Yeah. A lot of planning for some exciting things coming out soon.
A lot of behind the scenes work, and I know it's a lot of the three of us on camera, and now Adele and Lauren when she was here in front of the camera, but our team is really big, and we're really thankful for them. And there's so many people that aren't even here in LA that do so much behind the scenes that make this all possible.
Yeah, and to touch on even what the difference is to one of the earlier questions is that as a business, we've kind of evolved from the Prehab guys to this bigger Prehab entity, because we have people from all over helping with different divisions, and we don't want it to be just us three. It's bigger than us three. It's this mission that we need more people that can help us to accomplish this mission. We know we can't do this on our own. In order to do that, we have to expand and make it not about just us. And we came to that I guess rebranding or shift. I think that was mid last year, 2020 or mid 2020. Yeah. When we started going fully into the online business.
Speaking of the brand, you guys want to dive in a little bit deeper of Prehab, what does it mean, and specifically what's on Craig's hat and my shirt, a little bit about the P in the brackets.
Craig, give us a story. Give us the bracket story.
Well, once upon a time. We really like the word Prehab. That was born in the basement at USC, trying to come up with a great name. Because it was an echo chamber when we were students in school. Everyone would agree about what physical therapy was and what physical therapy could provide. But the reality is that everyone that we connected with outside of our echo chamber only saw physical therapy as a reactive strategy, as a reactive tool. Versus we're like, no, there's so much that you could do now. And there's a lot that we can do from a prevention standpoint. So we said Prehab. Prehab sounds like a great name. Let's use it. And I mean, everyone now is talking about Prehab or doing Prehab or using Prehab. And it's great because it helps to get the word out. And then coming up with the logo, we had a friend from college that helped us. We all agreed on the colors. Which is great. That was easy. But then we wanted to pull emphasis to the P. And it was also just kind of understanding, well, what message do we want to portray? Because helping people and understanding how injuries work, nothing's guaranteed. You can't prevent everything in the world. I mean, things happen. It's like why things happen to cars, why things happen to your home. There's just things break. And sometimes there's no explanation for it. So we wanted to pull emphasis to the P about prevention, but also not make prevention out to sound like it was completely foolproof. So it was like, okay, well, what about brackets? So like the story around the brackets is it pulls an emphasis to the P because it's all about prevention, but at the same time, it's not this complete circle because things do happen. So we can't completely protect the P, but we're going to do everything that we can to protect it. And the same goes for your body. So we're going to teach you how to take control of your own health, how to do everything that you can control, because that's a big motto. It's control the controllables. And everything that you can control, every single variable that you can have an impact on, we're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to make it easy for you to understand and actually make it easy for you to implement. But at the same time, things still happen. And it's just accepting that those things happen and focus on what you can control. Just accept what you can't control. But at the same time, as much as you're going to try to protect your body, the same goes for your car. If a mechanic recommends, get this done to your paint so that you just got your car painted, it's going to make it last longer. Well, are you going to take them up on that? Or there's a hurricane coming, or there's a tornado coming. you know that the hurricane could still probably blow your house away, but are you still going to try to board up your windows because you're still going to try to protect the stuff that you value? So I think everything that we do and everything that we try to get the word out about is just protect what you value. And we're not cars, we're not pieces of equipment. You can't just replace stuff. And I think people just underestimate that when it comes to surgeries or when it comes to medicine. You just can't replace things. So value your body. You only got one of them, and take our word on it because we're going to be honest. And we're going to be transparent. We're trying to help you.
Yeah. And you can read the logo is rehab or prehab with the P being in brackets is optional. And we understand that we provide a lot of insight and help for how to get out of pain because we understand that's a big issue. And that's actually probably a huge reason why we wanted to start because there's people talking about rehabbing injuries that weren't credible to talk about it. People that didn't have any credentials in the rehab space talking about do this for your back pain, do this for your ankle or hip pain. And so we understand we wanted to really provide high quality information for rehab, but after rehab, the biggest issue that we saw with the patients and clients that we were seeing in the clinic during our rotations at the time when we were students is that people would not follow up with their exercises or not live the lifestyle that we recommended, and then we just see them back in the clinic after a little bit. And so we wanted to really make this push to make prehab cooler and sexier and make it where it's a little bit more of the norm. You don't just do your rehab and then you're done and then you don't worry about it ever again. It's like brushing your teeth where you find the minimal effective dose to stay healthy, to stay feeling good, and then you stay feeling good with that. Like you don't need a ton of stuff to stay feeling good. But once you're hurt and then there's an issue, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to get you back to that initial baseline.
No, it all comes down to education. Like
Yeah.
the tools, the systems, the strategies, the models that we follow in rehab, you just apply that same information in a preventative manner. You just keep, like I said, just keep doing it. You found what worked for you in your shoulder rehab. Just address it 5 minutes a day as part of your warm up before you go into bench press. And just keep those things in it. And the human body is amazing and super complex, but it's actually pretty simple to work with. As long as you can learn those things and educate yourself how to take care of yourself, you learn how to rehab yourself. It's the same thing of how to take care of yourself for life. You just gotta stay.
And that's the thing is we're trying to give people the tools to do that. Like it's not just hey do this and follow what we're saying. It's like hey understand your body and realize these are the 5 exercises that feel good for you. Like stick with those.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do exactly this specific routine, but we want to give you the tools to have you ultimately be your own, so to speak, mechanic to take control of your own health. And that's the goal.
And that's the best part is like prehab for one person can be different than prehab for another person.
Yeah.
You don't have to overcomplicate it. It's just understand what is it that makes your body feel good, that's easy to do, it's repeatable, and it doesn't take much in order to do it. And you know, it's at one point what you're doing may actually end up being rehab, and then like you're saying, it can just turn into prehab. I mean, it doesn't take much. It's just understanding the mechanisms behind it and understanding it.
Exactly. The funny thing is, like, people will ask me, "Is this a prehab exercise?" It's like, well,
do you want it to be?
Yeah, right.
It's movement. What are you using it for? It's movement.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the intent and purpose behind that movement. That it's like, well, if you're using it in a way to be proactive with your health, then you can call it a prehab exercise. That same movement can be applied when you're in pain. Now it's a rehab exercise. So it's just based on purpose and intent. But it's hard to get people to take action when there's not necessarily an issue. But we want to make sure people are taking control of their health and minimizing these risks of future injuries, especially if they had a previous one. They're significantly higher risk of having that same issue or having an issue in that same region if they don't do something about it.
And we're all getting older.
Yeah.
We're all starting to feel our own issues.
Yeah.
I hear that.
A lot of people, there must be a lot of people that feel the same way. That you guys always get more and more subscribers, more and more followers. So to wrap things up, is there anything that you guys would like to say to the 850,000 people on Instagram or the 120,000 people on YouTube and all those platforms? What's one thing you'd like to say to them, just to kind of wrap things up?
Thank you for all the support over the last 6 years. And if there's a blog that you read, a podcast that you listened to, a program that you went through, a video that you watched that helped you, share it with someone else. Like, this is the reason why we became PTs, is to help others. But in the clinic, I can only help about 10 people a day. That's just what my caseload allows me. Through the digital content that we put out, we can help millions of people a day. But it can only help that person if it's shared. So I just ask you if there's been anything that's helped you, just please share that content or a brand with your friend or family member and spread the word.
Yeah, no, that's great. And continue to take action. If something helped you, it likely helped you because you took action based on the information that we were telling you, and continue to learn. And that's why we continue to put out more and more content, because you should learn, and the only way that you continue to learn is by continuing to take action on your body. So continue to follow, and we'll continue to provide high quality information day after day.
Yeah, big thank you. And more importantly, continue to give us feedback. We've been doing content now for almost 6 years. And there is a lot to learn about the body, but in reality, prehab is movements. And we've shown you a lot of movements, but we can always dive into a very specific topic about movements. So help us help you by letting us know, what do you want to learn more about? More importantly, how can we find more ways to interact on a regular basis? We know a lot of people have followed us for a while. We also know that this may be the first time you're ever seeing us and interacting with us. So let us know what you prefer. We're here for you. I mean, this content is for you. It's not for us. But again, thank you. And let's keep riding the wave.
Keep riding the wave.